objective is to steal the opposing team's artifact and carry it back to your base while protecting your own team's artifact.
Hey everybody, it's Rude Onion, and today I'm going to start something a little bit different. It's going to be called Rude Onion's Hot Topic of the Day. It's not going to be every day, but I'm just going to kind of talk about something that has me thinking about it, has me talking about it to my friends, maybe people on Twitter, maybe people on Facebook, and I just want to bring this issue to you, see what you think. I'll try to come up with these like maybe once every couple weeks or something like that. Just kind of my way of bringing you a little bit of news in the video game industry. It'll probably always be in the video game industry, or at least like nerd, like electronics, geeks sort of stuff, because that's what we all are. Today's topic is actually going to be a little bit about partnerships with YouTube and the entitlement that it seems some people posting on YouTube have. And I'm not talking about anybody on my friends list. I'm not talking about, as far as I know, anybody who watches me or even anybody that I watch. What I'm talking about are some of the people who will get partnerships with YouTube itself and post video content and then get all pissed off when either YouTube shuts them down or when a publisher like Nintendo comes along and says, hey, you know, you can't really do that. We're going to take some of the money that you're making because this is our content that you're posting that you're claiming all rights to. Now, this is totally different from people that I tend to watch, people like me, who partner with a network, whether it be, you know, Machinima, TGN, Asifin, which is who I partner with, any other number of, you know, well-known and not very well-known networks who partner with video game publishers in order to make it legal and able for you to post your own content. It also makes it a lot easier. You don't have to deal so much, you know, with YouTube breathing down your neck. So I really like it. I don't regret my partnership at all, and I hope most people don't regret theirs. The issue, I think, and the issue isn't with people who upload video game content without partnership, because that's what I did for like 9 months or 10 months or something like that, you know, like most of the last year that I've been on YouTube. You know, that's what I did. That's what a lot of people, most people that I'm subscribed to do. I don't have any problem with that at all. As far as I know, really, most publishers don't have any problem with that. Even though you're not, as far as I know and aware, keep in mind throughout this whole thing, a little pause here, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a professional at any of this. This just seems to be what I've heard, what I've read through like reading YouTube's terms of service, other websites and stuff like that. I could probably provide a few links to sources of information in the description below, so to be sure to check that out if you're interested. But anyway, back to the video, back to my rant. You know, most of the time it seems like publishers don't mind that at all, because it really is free advertising for them. And I mean, if they were to attack that, I think it would be, I mean, you can never attack all the people doing it. I mean, it's so widespread. And like I said, they don't really seem to care anyway, because like I said, it's free advertisement, it's free attention for their games. Plus it's a way to help people who are having difficult times with the games, you know, get through them by watching walkthroughs, let's plays, that sort of thing. The issue that it seems to me that they seem to take is when people are not partnered through a network that has agreements set in place with those publishers. When they try to partner through YouTube, which specifically says in the terms of service, you further agree that content you submit to the service will not contain third-party copyrighted content or material that is subjected to other third-party proprietary rights, blah blah blah, unless you have permission from the rightful owner of the material. Like I said, technically you're not supposed to post video game content to there at all unless you're partnered. Most publishers don't care, but when you start having a partnership with YouTube itself, that's when they start to take notice, because you're making money off of copyrighted content. Now, what this all comes down to, and that's not even really my original rant, this kind of applies in a way to recently Total Biscuit, who you might know as a YouTube gaming critic. I'm not subscribed to him, but I've heard of him a lot. I mean, he's pretty popular. One of the most popular critics, it seems, on YouTube. Recently, he was given the game for free, called Day One Gary's Incident. Yeah, that's it. Called Day One Gary's Incident, created by Wild Game Studios. What he did was that he played the game and he submitted his review on it, which he was, you know, asked to do. Basically, that's why they submitted it to him. He didn't like the game at all, and he posted basically about it being, I think he called it horrendous, probably some other not very good things. In the end, Wild Game Studios posted a takedown notice. They cited that they were protecting their copyright because he has no right to make advertising revenue with their license. Now, I mean, come on, really, guys, this is the best you could come up with. I mean, you know, as far as, I mean, how do they not know that he's a gaming critic? That's his career, that's his job, that's why he's on YouTube. He reviews video games. They gave him a code for the game to play it, you know? I mean, later on, they were receiving so much backlash, they ended up withdrawing the notification, and the video is back up as far as I'm aware. But, you know, that's I mean, it feels like it's a little bit related, and I'm not saying that, you know, Total Biscuit is one of the people I'm talking about at all, because I'm not. But, you know, it's just sort of this entitlement, and apparently, I mean, obviously, it's both the people who are posting these on YouTube and trying to get partnerships with YouTube that they're not supposed to, and then the developers, you know, trying to say, no, you can't, you know, trying to use, you know, copyright material, you know, as an excuse in order to try to bully gamers into saying this, you know, into lying basically about how they feel about the game. And that's not cool. And that's just something I wanted to bring up to you guys. I want to know what you guys think. You know, do you get annoyed at all when somebody's kind of arguing, or I like to say kind of bitching, you know, about, well, Nintendo. Actually, you probably heard Nintendo actually did this not that long ago. They posted, or they made it official that people who were partnering with YouTube and posting video game content, that they were going to come along and they were going to take some of the money that was made from the ad revenues, you know, like basically flag the video is what it is, not to be taken down, but that they get some of the content. And there, I mean, and people were actually throwing a fit about this, and I'm like, guys, I've been partnered now for not very long. I mean, but I've been partnered for a little bit. Even I know that you're supposed to be partnered with a network, not with YouTube itself. YouTube itself, if you read their terms of service, and you know, when you apply for a partnership, it says these things are not allowed, and one of them is like video game walkthroughs and stuff like that. And you could say some of it falls under fair use, and legally it probably does. But that doesn't matter when it comes to YouTube's own rules. They don't want you to post video game content like Let's Plays when you're partnered with them, and that's it. You can't really argue with that, you know? So these people arguing, you know, getting all angry and self-entitled and saying, well, Nintendo has no right to do that. This is my living. This is my career. They can't take this money. I'm like, why can't you read the goddamn rules? I could. I did. Pretty much everyone that I know of that, you know, is partnered, that I'm friends with, can read the rules. They know. They're partnered with a network that makes it legal, and I mean, apart from legal, it makes it so much easier, you know, to deal with this sort of stuff, because you have permission from the publishers to post a video game content. And if you're partnered with YouTube, you don't. So I mean, I guess I could talk about this all day. I really could, and just talk in circles and say the same thing over and over again. I'm pretty much out of time here, so I'll just cut it off right here. Let me know what you think. You know, do you think this is an issue? Do you think this isn't an issue? Comment on anything that I've basically said. Feel free to argue with me. Well, you know, don't like start a fight, but I mean, like, I get so enthusiastic I just hit my mic. You know, feel free to disagree with me. That's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna bitch you out. I'm not gonna bite your head off for it. Not very much. So anyway, this has been the first of Rude Onion's Hot Topics of the Day, or whatever I decide to call it. Rude Onion's Rants. I don't know. I guess I'll get to a name later. That's not too important right now. So thank you for listening, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.
list.